Students, and welcome back. So let us study now next 20 MCQs for unit number 3, that is paints, varnishes, insulators, polymers, adhesive and lubricants. So here it is MCQ number 41. So which of the following statement is incorrect about the team? Actually it is spelling mistake. It is Teflon. So we have to choose the incorrect statements from the following four options. So option number A is it has high density of the order 2.1 to 2.3 grams per centimeter cube. Number B, it has excellent electrical insulation properties. Number C, it has coefficient of friction. And number D is it is dense and chemically inert. So from those four options, I think option number C, that it has coefficient of friction, it is correct option here, because it is incorrect option for Teflon, because we know that option number A, it has high density in the order of 2.1 to 2.3 grams per centimeter cube. So as it is insulator, so option number B, it is also correct. It has excellent electrical insulation properties. And option number D, it is dense and chemically inert, so this option is also correct. So incorrect option here is about Teflon, that is it has coefficient of friction. Actually, see students, Teflon, it has a very low coefficient of friction. This means that its feel is slippery. It is slippery in nature. So as it is slippery in nature, so its coefficient of friction, it should be very low. It should be less. So that's why option number C, it is correct here. Coefficient of friction, actually we can say that it is the ratio between the frictional force that resists the motion of the two surfaces to the normal force that suppresses or that presses the two surfaces together. So that is coefficient of friction. And as this Teflon, it is slippery in nature, so that's why definitely its coefficient of friction, it will be less. Then after that, MCQ number 42. Select the incorrect statement from the following options. So option number A is thermosets have three-dimensional cross-linked network structure. Option number B is thermosets cannot be remolded, reused or reclaimed from waste. Number C, thermosets are hard, strong and brittle. Number D is thermosets are soluble in suitable solvent. So first three options are definitely correct here for actually thermosetting plastics. Okay, and option number D, it is incorrect statement for thermosetting plastic, because we know that thermosetting plastics, they have three-dimensional cross-linked network structure. So option number A is correct. Also thermosets, they cannot be remolded, reused or reclaimed from their waste. So it is also correct for thermosetting plastics. And option number C, thermosetting plastics are hard, strong and brittle. So we know that thermosetting plastics are hard, strong and brittle, so that's why option number D, thermosetting plastics are soluble in suitable solvent, it is incorrect statement here. Then after that, MCQ number 43, which of the following is not an example of thermosets? So we have to choose the example of thermoset which is not the example of thermoset. So here option number A is epoxy resin, number B is Teflon, number C is vulcanized rubber, and number D option is bakelite. So here the correct option, I think it is Teflon, because Teflon, it is prepared by addition polymerization, and we know that whatever examples are there which are prepared by addition polymerization, they are the examples of thermo softening plastics. And that's why Teflon, it is correct answer here, because epoxy resin, it is thermosetting plastic. Vulcanized rubbers, they are also thermosetting plastic, as well as bakelite, it is also thermosetting plastic. So Teflon, it is not an example of thermosetting plastics, so that's why option number B, Teflon, it is correct option here for MCQ number 43. MCQ number 44, which of the following statement is incorrect about the Teflon? I think this question is repeated. Yes, it is repeated. So here option number C, we know that it is correct. It has high coefficient of friction. So this question is repeated. Let us move towards MCQ number 45. So what is MCQ number 45? Select the incorrect statement from the following option. Again we have to choose here the incorrect statement from the following options. So option number A is condensation polymerization requires two reactive functional groups to be present at the both end of the monomer. Okay, number B, no byproduct is formed in condensation polymerization. Number C, in condensation polymerization, growth of chain occurs at minimum of two active centers. Number D, in condensation polymerization, polymer's molecular weight rises steadily throughout the reaction. So we have to choose here incorrect statement again. So option number A, it is correct because we require there two functional groups at the ends. Okay, two functional groups actually we require to carry out this condensation polymerization. So option number A, it is correct. Option number B, no byproduct is formed in condensation polymerization, it is incorrect statement because we know that in condensation polymerization byproduct is formed, a byproduct in the form of simple molecules like H2O, NH3 or HCl or CH3OH it is formed. So that's why definitely option number B, no byproduct is formed in condensation polymerization, it is the incorrect statement here. So option number B, it is correct answer for MCQ number 45 because we know that option number C definitely it will be also correct statement. In condensation polymerization, the growth of chain occurs at minimum of two active centers. So we know that in condensation polymerization the growth of chain, it means it occurs, the chain increases in size. Okay, so that's option number C is correct. Option number D, obviously it will be also correct. We know that molecular weight, it increases steadily as the reaction proceeds, the molecular weight of polymer it will increase. Okay, so option number B, no byproduct is formed in condensation polymerization, it is the incorrect statement and it is only the correct option, option number B for MCQ number 45. Then after that, next MCQ is MCQ number 46. Which of the following act as an initiator in free radical polymerization? So options are number A, Grignard reagent, B, Lewis acid, C, benzoyl peroxide, and D, potassium amide. So students, we know that benzoyl peroxide mainly it is used as free radical polymerization catalyst in many reactions. Actually it is used as an initiator for those polymerization reaction. So definitely option number C, that is benzoyl peroxide, it is the correct option here for MCQ number 46. Then after that, MCQ number 47, which of the following is a conducting polymer? Conducting polymer, very interesting. Okay, because we know that polymers, they are the bad conductors of electricity, but here there are some polymers which are made which can conduct electricity through them. So four options are given here: polyaniline, B polyacetylene, C polypyrrole, and D all of the above. So all these students are the conducting polymers. This means that they can conduct electricity through them. So polyaniline, remember, polyacetylene, polypyrrole, these are the conducting polymers. So here option number D, all of the above, this is the correct option here for MCQ number 47. Then after that, MCQ 48, the monomer tetrafluoroethylene can be used for the preparation of, it is a very simple MCQ because many a times we heard that tetrafluoroethylene, it is the monomer of which polymer? So number A, PMMA. So PMMA, so it is a kind of polymer. Then after B, polyurethanes. Then after C, Teflon, and D, polyethylene. So we know that tetrafluoroethylene, it is used as a monomer in the preparation of Teflon polymer. So option number C, it is correct here for MCQ number 48. Then after that, MCQ number 49, a lubricant should possess high, number A, volatility, B, acidity, C, oiliness, D, none of these. So the important characteristics property of lubricant is oiliness, because if that lubricating oil, it is not having oiliness property, it will not stick to the surfaces very nicely. So that's why here the correct option will be oiliness, option number C. it is correct here for MCQ number 45 that a lubricant should possess high oiliness property. It should not have volatility, it should not have acidity. Okay, so option number C, oiliness, it is only correct option here. Then after that, MCQ number 50, lubricant is used primarily to prevent. lubricant जो है प्राइमरीली किस चीज़ को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए लगाया जाता है? हमें पता है कि दो सरफेसेस जो एक दूसरे के ऊपर स्लाइड ओवर कर रहे हैं, घिस रहे हैं, तो उनके बीच का जो घर्षण होता है, जो फ्रिक्शन होता है, उसको रोकने के लिए हम एक्चुअली लुब्रिकेंट लगाते हैं. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं ऑप्शंस. नंबर ए, करोजन ऑफ मेटल. बी, ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ मेटल. सी, वेयरिंग आउट ऑफ रबिंग मेटेलिक सर्फेसेस. एंड डी, रिडक्शन ऑफ मेटल्स. तो देखिए प्राइमरी ऐसा शब्द यहाँ पर लिखा है उन्होंने, प्राइमरीली. तो डेफिनेटली अभी जैसा अभी हमने डिस्कशन किया है कि सरफेसेस ख़राब ना हो जो एक दूसरे के ऊपर घिस रहे हैं, द रबिंग सरफेसेस, they should not wear out. So for that purpose actually a lubricant is used at primary level. So that's why option number C, wearing out of rubbing metallic surfaces. To avoid this, to avoid the wearing out of rubbing metallic surfaces, a lubricant is used primarily to prevent the means the option number C, that is wearing out of metallic surfaces. Okay, so option number C, it is correct here for MCQ number 50. Then after that, 51, a suitable lubricant for watches. Watches actually, these are very delicate actually organs watches have. Okay, delicate parts actually watches have. So that's why let us see which lubricant we can use. We know that. Number A, grease. B, graphite. C, hazelnut oil. And D, palm oil. So the viscosity of grease, it is very high. Graphite's viscosity is also high, and palm oil's viscosity is also high. So we cannot use high viscosity oils for the delicate parts of watches. So that's why option number C, hazelnut oil, whose viscosity is low, it is used as a lubricant for watches. So option number C, hazelnut oil, it is correct option for MCQ number 51. Then after that, MCQ number 52, a good lubricant should have. It is a very simple question. Number A, low viscosity index. B, high viscosity index. C, low fire point. And D, high volatility. So the correct option, it is B, high viscosity index. A lubricant, it should have high viscosity index. So option number B, it is correct for MCQ number 52. Then after that, 53. The capacity of oil to stick on the surface of machine parts under condition of heavy load is called. So this is the definition of oiliness we know. So again, it is a very easy MCQ. So option number A, volatility, it is wrong. Option number B, oiliness, it is correct. C, acid value, it is wrong. And D, flash point, it is also wrong. So option number B, oiliness, it is the correct option here for MCQ number 53. Then after that, 54. MCQ number 54. In case of liquid lubricant, generally लिक्विड लुब्रिकेंट जो होते हैं उनमें क्या होता है आम तौर पर जनरली. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, फ्लैश पॉइंट इज़ हायर दैन द फायर पॉइंट. B, fire point is higher than the flash point. C, fire point is lower than the flash point. And D, flash and fire point are identical. तो जब भी लिक्विड लुब्रिकेंट होते हैं हमें पता है कि उनका जो फायर पॉइंट होता है वो हमेशा 10 to 20% ज़्यादा होता है जो भी उनका फ्लैश पॉइंट होता है उससे. तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी, fire point is higher than the flash point, it is correct option here for MCQ number 54. Then after that, MCQ number 55. When the resistance to movement of sliding moving parts is only due to internal resistance between the lubricant itself, and this lubrication is called as. So here resistance to the movement of sliding or moving parts, it is taking place here only due to the internal resistance between the lubricant itself. Internal resistance between the lubricant itself. So what kind of lubrication process is it? Number A, fluid film. B, boundary. C, thin film. या D, extreme pressure lubrication. So the correct option here is number A, that is fluid film, because we know that in fluid film lubrication there is resistance to the movement of sliding or moving parts, and it is only due to the internal resistance between the lubricant itself. Because of that lubricant only, actually resistance, it takes place to the movement of sliding parts of that particular machinery. And in boundary, we know that a thin molecular film of lubricant is used. And in thin film, actually we use lubricant, a very thin film of lubricant is used. At macro level, we can consider the lubricant layer it is used. And extreme pressure lubrication, here the heavy load is required, so high viscosity lubricating oils are used in extreme pressure. So that's why here correct option is option number A, that is fluid film, for MCQ number 55. Then after that, MCQ number 56, grease are not used to lubricate. बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, रेल एक्सेल बॉक्सेस, बी गियर्स, सी बियरिंग वर्क्स एंड डी डेलिकेट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स. तो रेल एक्सेल बॉक्सेस के लिए ग्रीस का यूज़ किया जा सकता है, गियर्स के लिए, बियरिंग वर्किंग के लिए ग्रीस इट इज़ यूज एज lubricant. But for delicate instruments like watches, grease it is not used as a lubricant. So option number D, delicate instruments, it is the correct option here for MCQ number 56. Then after that, MCQ number 57, machines operating under high temperature and load are best lubricated by. तो जो मशीन्स बहुत ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर पर हैं, बहुत हेवी लोड के साथ में एक दूसरे के ऊपर वहाँ पर स्लाइड ओवर हो रहे हैं, तो कौन सा लुब्रिकेंट यूज़ किया जा सकता है वहाँ पर, बेस्ट लुब्रिकेंट. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए इज़ मिनरल्स, बी सॉलिड लुब्रिकेंट, सी ग्रीस एंड डी एनिमल ऑयल. तो हमें पता है हेवी लोड है, हाई टेम्परेचर है, सो सॉलिड लुब्रिकेंट वही यूज़ किए जानी चाहिए वहाँ पर. सो ऑप्शन नंबर बी, सॉलिड लुब्रिकेंट, इट इज़ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन हियर फॉर MCQ नंबर 57. Then after that, MCQ number 58, single most important property of lubricant oil is. कौन सी ऐसी इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी है लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल की चारों ऑप्शंस में से? नंबर ए, इट्स फायर पॉइंट, बी क्लाउड पॉइंट, सी ऑयलीनेस, डी विस्कोसिटी इंडेक्स. तो डेफिनेटली हमें पता है लुब्रिकेंट की इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी होती है ऑयलीनेस. सो ऑप्शन नंबर सी, ऑयलीनेस, इट इज़ करेक्ट ऑप्शन हियर फॉर MCQ number 58. Then after that, MCQ number 59, विस्कोसिटी ऑफ ऑयल इज़ मेजर्ड बाय यूजिंग. विस्कोसिटी जो होती है ऑयल की, वो मेजर की जा सकती है नीचे दिए गए जितने भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स है, एपरेटसेस है. ठीक है, देखते हैं कौन से. नंबर ए, रेडवुड विस्कोमीटर, बी ओस्टवाल्ड विस्कोमीटर, सी सेबोल्ट विस्कोमीटर, डी ऑल ऑफ द अबव. तो हमें पता है ये तीनों के तीनों जो है रेडवुड, ओस्टवाल्ड और सेबोल्ट विस्कोमीटर, इनसे विस्कोसिटी मेजर की जाती है लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल की. सो दैट्स वाई ऑप्शन नंबर डी ऑल ऑफ द अबव ये करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा यहाँ पर MCQ नंबर 59 के लिए. ऑप्शन नंबर डी इज करेक्ट. Then after that, MCQ number 60, the temperature at which lubricating oil will give off sufficient vapors to form combustile mixture with air is known as. तो यहाँ पर देखिए combustile mixture फॉर्म हो रहा है एयर के साथ में लोएस्ट टेम्परेचर के ऊपर. सो डेफिनेटली इट इज़ अ फ्लैश पॉइंट. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, फ्लैश पॉइंट, इट इज़ करेक्ट हियर. Option number B, fire point, it is not. C, pour point, it is not. D, combustion point, it is not. So option number A, flash point, it will be correct option here for MCQ number 60. MCQ number 61, the temperature at which lubricating oil give off sufficient vapors to form combustile. फिर से रिपीट हो गया है. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, फ्लैश पॉइंट, ये इसके लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन है. उसके बाद में देखते हैं MCQ नंबर 62, which temperature for lubricating oil will be lowest. लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल के लिए कौन सा टेम्परेचर लोवेस्ट है? थोड़ा सा ये एम्बिग्यूटी दिखती है क्वेश्चन में. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. नंबर ए, फ्लैश पॉइंट, बी फायर पॉइंट, सी पोर पॉइंट, या डी बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. देखिए लोवेस्ट टेम्परेचर फ्लो होने के लिए, पोर होने के लिए लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल को तो पोर पॉइंट कहा जाएगा, और 5 सेकंड्स के लिए कंटिन्यूसली जलने के लिए फायर पॉइंट कहा जाएगा. तो यहाँ पर इन जनरल अगर समझते हैं तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी, फायर पॉइंट, इट इज़ करेक्ट ऑप्शन हियर. विच टेम्परेचर फॉर लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल विल बी लोवेस्ट टू बर्न कंटिन्यूसली, ऐसा आगे लिखना चाहिए, टू बर्न कंटिन्यूसली. सो ऑप्शन नंबर बी, फायर पॉइंट, ये करेक्ट होगा. और वहाँ पर अगर टू पोर ऐसा आता है, मीन्स विच टेम्परेचर फॉर लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल विल बी लोवेस्ट टू पोर, सो ऑप्शन नंबर सी, पोर पॉइंट, इट विल बी करेक्ट देन. ओके, लेकिन यहाँ पर ऑप्शन नंबर बी समझ सकते हैं करेक्ट, तो वहाँ पर हम लिख सकते हैं आगे क्या, विच टेम्परेचर फॉर लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल विल बी लोवेस्ट टू बर्न कंटिन्यूसली. ओके, तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी इसके लिए करेक्ट होगा. देन आफ्टर दैट MCQ नंबर 63, द फंक्शन ऑफ पिस्टन रिंग इन इंटरनल कंबशन इंजन इज. पिस्टन रिंग का क्या फंक्शन होता है IC इंजन में? किसका? पिस्टन रिंग का. सो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, टू प्रिवेंट लुब्रिकेशन ऑयल फ्रॉम एंटरिंग द कंबशन स्पेस. ये होता है, वो तो करता है वो, है ना, टू प्रिवेंट करता है लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल को टू एंटर इन द कंबशन स्पेस. देन आफ्टर दैट टू प्रिवेंट द लीकेज ऑफ कंबशन चेम्बर प्रोडक्ट्स पास्ट पिस्टन. तो ये एक्चुअली प्रिवेंट भी करता है किसको? द लीकेज जो होता है, टू प्रिवेंट द लीकेज ऑफ कंबशन चेम्बर प्रोडक्ट्स पास्ट पिस्टन, तो उस लीकेज को प्रिवेंट करता है. ऑप्शन नंबर सी, टू ट्रांसफ़र हीट फ्रॉम पिस्टन टू सिलेंडर वॉल्स. ये भी करवाता है, हीट को ट्रांसफ़र करवाता है कौन? पिस्टन रिंग फ्रॉम पिस्टन टू सिलेंडर वॉल्स. इसका मतलब ऑप्शन नंबर डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव, यानी कि तीनों के तीनों भी ऑप्शंस करेक्ट है. सो ऑप्शन नंबर डी, लेकिन यहाँ पर लिखना पड़ेगा ऑप्शन नंबर डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. इट इज़ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर MCQ नंबर 63. सो स्टूडेंट्स, एक्चुअली वी हैव सीन more than 20 MCQs here. So for today's particular video we'll stop here, and again we will see the last bunch of 20 to 25 MCQs for this unit number 3. Thank you students. Do watch my videos, like it, share it. Thank you.